Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of the Burgundy Breakdown. We have a plethora of topics to talk about tonight, including the Washington Commanders being officially a part of the NFC East Hard Knocks in season campaign. Also, Terry McLaurin, no show at practice today. What does that mean? More likely than not, that means my guy's getting the bag. Those are the two main topics, along with some subtopics as well. It's your man Juan Gotti alongside Reedy and Z and John for the next episode of the Burgundy Breakdown. Let's get it. Fellas, how are we doing on this Wednesday night, May 21st,
Oh
9:07
man,
p.m.? A lot of little topics to talk about tonight. Like we said, the Washington Commanders is officially on Hard Knocks for the first time. Really, us being featured. Now, we in the past we've been in episodes right with D Hall versus
DB
DeAndre
Hub.
Hopkins back in training
mm-hmm.
camp. A grown man just like you proceeds to tear his Achilles. Then what? 2 seasons ago, you had Miami practicing celebrations on us. Wasn't even taking us seriously and whatnot. But now we're the featured not only team but division, which in my eyes is the only right division because it's the only division that got some real traction to it. And also the other topics were like Terry McLaurin getting potentially getting this bread. But John, Reedy, Z, how we doing tonight?
Man, feeling good, feeling great.
What
Definitely
up?
excited. Definitely excited to hear about the hard knocks. You know what I mean? When that tweet dropped, I had the initial tweet drop. I texted Reedy, I said, Bills, hard knocks. Then like less than 5 minutes later, I had put my phone down. I come back, Reedy like in season. Reedy knows.
Really,
Reedy knows. So that
Already
was
knows.
definitely got sights with that. You know what I mean? It just brightened my whole day, man. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? Just kind of be in a mix. It feels great for sure.
Definitely. So yeah, we're gonna start right there for sure. Why not waste no more time? Washington Commanders gonna be one of the featured teams out of the NFC East for the end season hard knocks. And of course, if you don't know, it's gonna be earned like December time. So in my
What?
opinion, the most perfect time of the season because that's where the stretch run gonna happen. That's where the NFC East gauntlet we're
Hmm.
gonna be playing each other back to back to back. So John, what's your thoughts on that? How you feeling about being one of the featured teams a part of the Hard Knocks show?
Um, Actually, before I give my thoughts on that, we kind of talked about it off stream in the text. But prayers out to the whole Colts organization. Prayers out to the Ursay family. Prayers out to the whole Indianapolis community. For those who
Yeah.
don't know,
So,
Colts owner Jim Ursay passed away what an hour ago. The tweets came out from Shefty and Rappaport and the crew. A young age of 65 years old. We all thinking this man walking around in his 80s. Not 65 years old. Um, I didn't see this being the next owner, to kick the bucket, nor do I see any owner kicking the bucket for now. I thought it'd be Jerry. But the Lord above said, nah, Jim, you coming with me today. But prayers out to to his family, the whole Ursay family, the whole Colts organization. Like Peyton Manning's already tweeted, T.Y. Hilton's already tweeted about it. Um, I couldn't imagine even if it was Dan, if it was Jack, if it was Josh, if one of our owners passed away, and you just see players come out the woodworks showing support. So prayers out to them, support out to them, love out to them. Um, because I couldn't imagine even one of our GMs just out of the blue. Oh,
yeah,
passed away. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, definitely. And
yeah.
I do
Yeah,
want to
definitely.
piggyback onto that as well. Rest in peace to Jim Irsay. Just if I can remember correctly, he was like one of the main owners that was really behind getting Dan Snyder out of here, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
to helping us getting a new
Yeah.
owner. So
Yeah.
it definitely was a shocking moment, always a sad moment when you lose someone just randomly out of the blue. I personally didn't hear anything about him fighting anything or nothing like
No.
that. So it just kind
Yeah.
of felt random. So yeah, definitely prayers up to that organization and to his sending our condolences to the family of Jim Irsay. That's just my little piece on it.
Yeah, condolences to the Colts organization and the family. It's a tough time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely condolences going out to the Irsay family. Definitely was leading the charge into getting Daniel Snyder out of town here in Washington. So he will forever be in Reedy's heart for that forefront. Irsay is synonymous for being in the news, for being kind of a meddling owner or whatever. But at this time, just shout out to the family and your time of bereavement, and just hope everything is okay with that, football aside.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that because I know we had talked about it. I was like, let me just start off with this. Let's touch on this real quick. But going back to us, Reedy kind of called it. Z kind of called it. Juan, you called it. I think we talked about it 2 weeks ago. It was going to be the NFC East or the NFC Beast by now. It was going to be Hard Knocks coming out December 2025. I don't know when it's going to debut. Specifically, it's going to be on HBO Max. It's going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to do it like a week by week whose team they're going to be in. If they're going to do the whole month, like each week, a different team's going to debut some different film or whatnot. I kind of like it. Normally, we're in the media these past few years. If we're on TV for Hard Knocks, for in-season depth, for a behind the scenes, it's normally a D-Lo or D-Hall. Watch your Achilles real quick. Watch it. Watch this. Bang, out forever. That's just iconic right there. D-Hall saying, "I feel no man, God. I feel no God, or I feel no man." But I'm gonna enjoy this. I think it's gonna be interesting seeing behind the scenes. Like we all kind of know how the Eagles are run. We already know how most of the Commanders are run. It's gonna be interesting how Dallas kind of gets talked about behind the scenes, and whatever dumpster fires in Meth Life Stadium over there in New Jersey at the Swamp. So I'm kind of excited to see, depending on how the teams are, how the division is during that time. I'm ready for it. If we're all great, we're all great. If we're all trash, well, it's another season for us. So I'm excited.
Yeah. And before you go right quick, Reedy, I did want to jump right in quickly and say, out of all the teams, honestly, I know this may sound crazy, but I feel like the Giants is the most interesting team, only because there's so many question marks surrounding their franchise. At that time, will Jackson Dart
Yeah.
be playing? Will Brian Dable be gone by that time? Is Joe Shane still going to be in charge? How is that defensive line doing? Is Abdul Carter coming in wrecking havoc?
Mhm.
How's Malik Davis faring? Like, I genuinely think, granted,
Ace
they
John
probably won't
Morris,
be
still a
in it by
dumbass.
that time. Yeah, they probably won't be in it by the time in terms of the division race, but in terms of like most interesting team, I think it will be them.
Yeah, and this is like I said before when I like Zeke mentioned, I said Reedy knows, because this is something that I've been talking about a lot of this offseason, and we were actually just talking about it the other day. I can't remember if we talked about it on Monday Command when we recorded our last episode. But it makes the most sense. Like, you got the defending champs, you got a team that's on the rise in the Washington Commanders, with the Debo Samuel coming in. You got all of the different storylines. You got the is it going to be Russ? Is it going to be Dart? Is it going to be Jameis? Who's it going to be in New York? Then you got Dak coming back off the injury.
Tommy DeVito.
You got Schottenheimer as the new head coach in Dallas. It's just a lot of storylines, and it just makes for good TV and good ratings. And like, as far as the division, it just makes sense at this time for our division to go with everything that's going on in the news as far as the news cycle and things of that nature. So I've been asking for this for years. I didn't get what I wanted. My isolation of us on Hard Knocks, I kind of was sized when Schefter came with the tweet, and I sent it to Z, and he was like, what are you happy about? I mean, it's the NFC East. I'm like, that's a fucking win, like, for us, exposure wise, like, you know what I mean? Like, why do you want to be a Grinch, Z? Like, I just didn't understand it. I've been holding this all day. Like, bro, you really like kind of like messed my day up in a sense. Like, I was on a natural high. You just brought me back down and made me feel so little, like I used to feel years past when we were some shit. You know what I mean? Like, thank you, Z. I appreciate you.
Well, to clear my name up very quickly, when he called me, he called me. You know, y'all know. A lot of y'all out there, you know, when we post on our page, we like to make sure we tag some relevant music that ties to the topic. So he called me with the make sure you tag. Nigga, we made it. Nigga, we made it. And I'm like, what are we doing that for? It ain't about just us. I mean, we ain't made it. I mean, it's about the NFC East. So I said, I'm gonna think about it. And then when I posted it, I put the Hard Knock Life. So I was like, this is gonna size him. This is really gonna have his spirits up. So that's the reason why, you know, you see the Hard Knock Life, because it's relates, because it's Hard Knocks or whatever. So I wasn't trying to be trying to shit on your parade or anything, Bobby. It was just, I mean, I definitely wanted the full season to be about just us, but I get it. I mean, it's something's better than nothing, so I won't complain. But you know, my take on it, definitely excited. As Juan mentioned, you know, it's going to be during that NFC East run to close out the season for us. With those last 4 games, we got the Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles. You know, so that coming out during that time, I'm sure it's going to be heated. I'm sure it's going to be electrifying. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's going to be some relevant football going on. So it's going to be exciting, it's entertaining, and the NFL just, you know what I mean, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean, with the quarterbacks in the you know, in the NFC East. I mean, outside of, you know, the Eagles, us, and the Cowboys, you know, of course, you got this carousel going on in New York. Who is going to be the guys? Is Russ Winston going to get in if, you know, Russ kind of fall out? Will you see Jackson Dart by that time? So it's a lot of questions. It's going to be a lot of topics, and it's really, the people are really going to be tuned in. So I can't wait. I'm excited with that, and just the simple fact to kind of see some behind the scenes of my team finally. You know what I mean? The Commanders log, it keeps us entertained and whatnot, but you know what I mean, knowing this in season Hard Knocks is going to kind of get deeper into some things. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, and you know, I used to be deep into the Hard Knocks. I kind of fell off a little bit when it kind of, you know, it was kind of dying out a little bit. It wasn't as you know what I mean, entertaining to me. But the last few years, it's definitely kind of picked back up. But Reedy is always a Hard Knocks guy. It don't matter what team's on there, he's talking about it, and I kind of be out the loop. But this year, I'm gonna be super tapped in. You know, with my team being on there.
That's because I love football. Like, I love football. It don't matter what it is. Like, I want to get that bird's eye view to see how things happen behind the scenes. Like, I'm a guy that always wants to be a fly on the wall to see what's really going on behind the scenes. And I feel like they get, I mean, they censor a lot of stuff and they keep a lot of stuff on tuck, but some of the stuff that they put out there is pretty, you know, spot on. Super kind of blown a little bit that we got to wait all the way until December for the first episode, but I get it. You know, I guess that's when teams are in the nitty gritty, when it's, you know, coming down the stress. I feel like they think that that's going to be the most storyline because of, you know, the race to get to the playoffs. And is it going to be a 1 team, a 2 team, a 3 team race in the NFC East as advertised this season, because the resurgence of the Dallas Cowboys at the end of the day, they're going to be better than what they were last year because they were decimated by injuries, as well as the New York Giants. I feel like they did a lot in the draft and in free agency to you know, kind of close the distance. People are kind of giving them a no way in hell type scenario, but that always happens. I remember back when Jay Gruden came out, I think it was his second year, we ended up winning the division. They had us finishing last. So this is a weird thing in this division where no team since 2004 has repeated as NFC East champions or whatever. So you never know. You never know how it's going to go, how to you know, the injuries are going to fall or whatever. But I'm here for it.
Right. Yeah. Definitely here for it. Yeah.
So yeah, man, definitely the Washington Commanders in the NFC. I mean, I understand why why it could be a little bit of like, you know, upset about or kind of blown that they've got to wait so far into the season, but at the same time, that low key is probably why they set the schedule up the way it is. At first, I was like, Eagles, Cowboy, NFC East gauntlet again, like how we did a couple years ago. I don't like that, and I was a little upset that we got the Eagles so late into the season both times because I definitely wanted them early on. But now after seeing that we're going to be a part of the HBO's Hard Knocks series, it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. But
You
now
gotta pay
moving
for
on
it.
to yeah, oh yeah, I was just about to say that too. You gotta pay for which you gotta pay for everything. I don't know, and this kind of like a little sidebar, but they kind of put out a little how much it would cost to watch the games this season, and it was
Oh, it's
like a
insane.
1400. I'm like, God,
It's a full
why
band. I'm like, yo,
Wow.
it's
that's
crazy
a
like
that's
what
a month of
times
rent.
are, man. Yeah, I just miss the old days where you could just
They-
watch Fox 5, DC, NBC, full, and not Channel 9,
ABC.
bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely not
Yeah.
nine. Nine has always been the worst.
No, yeah, 9 has been trash. I'm not, see, I hate
Nine
playing
bench
on
been
CBS.
trash.
I
Something
hate
about
Yeah,
CBS
CBS.
quality is just so
it's
bad, bro.
yeah,
It's
it's just
it's
like
like the
so.
commentators are born like
Oh yeah, like
it's golf
dry.
or some shit. Like
What do
Yeah,
you
what
think, Jim? Well, listen here, Tim.
I
I
think
know what we talk about.
one of our first few games is on CBS. I heard them say,
Yeah,
I forget what game it was, and I was blown when I heard it. Like, damn,
Let me see.
it's probably
What
us
the,
and Raiders.
no, I think that's on Fox because we at home.
it's
yeah, I
always
think it was.
and
I think it's an
most of the
away
time it's
game.
the AFC teams that are on CBS most of the times.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
with all due respect, we know who we're talking about, and I respect him because he's an OG in the game. But it's Jim Nance, bro. He's so like he has
I
Is it
don't
Kevin
mind Jim
Harlan?
Nance. I don't
Is it
mind.
Kevin? It might be Kevin Harlan who I'm talking about. He don't have no excitement to
Yeah,
his
Yeah.
commentary. It's kind of like, especially when he calls the Dolphins games. That's what it really is. Them Jones be boring, but it's because he
And
doesn't
there
have
goes
no
Tua.
excitement to it. You
10,
know what I'm saying?
5, touchdown Dolphins. Like, where's your
But
yeah.
enthusiasm?
But besides like the commentary, it's just something off always about them. Like their quality
And the
is not up to
music.
par.
The
Yeah,
music is
right.
trash. All of it.
But nah, yeah, definitely it's crazy how much we're gonna have to spend like Netflix and all that YouTube TV. I was gonna get it. I looked at the price of YouTube TV. I said, bro, watch
It's
out.
it's insane.
Yeah, man. But
Like if you
Apollo
can't get you
TV. Get hip. Apollo TV.
Apollo
3D
Nah,
TV.
we ain't gonna be able to run that this year. Z. I'm gonna need to be
Oh.
not buffering. I'm gonna have to pay that bread this year. I'm already. Shit. YouTube TV.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay it.
the whole thing
And-
about it too, though, is that's still streaming, so that be buffering
yeah.
too. Like it's like, what am I paying all this money for?
I
For
got
it still to
NFL
be,
Plus for what?
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. But
Shit.
guess
I had to
that's the
get cable
generation.
again or something. I had to get a cable box or something. I ain't
Damn.
got time. I need to. I hate the delay. It's so bad that during the game, don't call my phone because my phone's on do not disturb. Or
Yeah.
my phone is off because JP Finley blows me every game. Like, bro, relax, bro.
He got a
Like,
tweet.
give
He
another
got a
15
tweet.
seconds to
He
tweet,
get his
bro.
money.
He got
God
a tweet.
damn. On me.
Nah,
That's Z-Man.
I
Facts.
definitely
Facts.
they definitely do. But as soon as a play happen, like before
Oh
it
my
happen,
God. Terry, what happened? No context. Like, what you mean?
we still on commercial break, bro. Like that.
Right.
Yeah,
But
Damn,
no,
facts.
I
dog.
mean, I would if you just on some local, just want to watch the skins, bro. I would definitely recommend like an antenna. That jump
Yeah.
fast. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's the up to speed, like literally no delay or nothing. I mean, obviously TV delay, but like faster than cable. But you only gonna have channel 5 full and or 9. But that's if you
Right.
just on some one watch the Commanders or whatever. But anyways,
Yeah.
moving on to the next topic of discussion. Got this jersey on for a reason, man. It was really because
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear what Reedy guys say because he said he got some for us. I don't know.
Nah, go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all lead with it. I'm gonna go last because y'all gotta stop what y'all doing. But go ahead.
So Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, and the beloved. I would say the
17.
only public figure or like the only face of the franchise that has been holding it down since 2019
Mm-hmm.
before we had anybody. You know what I'm
No
saying? Still
drama.
nothing. Still my favorite at this point, my favorite Washington player all time, it was Jordan Reed, but he surpassed that. My current favorite commander, Terry McLaurin, was not at voluntary practice today. And unlike other teams, it would be a concern. Unlike other players in the past, like with Chase Young, we would be like, oh man, what are we doing? Why is he not here? Why is
Mm-hmm.
they not? You know what I'm saying? It's a
What we
little
doing?
different tone when it comes to 1-7 because the reason that I am speculating that he wasn't hit is because of the contract extension that he potentially is seeking. He's going into the final year of his deal, and if we can remember, just a couple of years ago, and it's crazy how fast the time has flown. But just a couple of seasons ago, when he was in this very same predicament, he was nowhere to be found during these times, and it's simply because of the risk that comes with working out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to risk anything injury wise when you're seeking a new contract. I'm sure that's probably like the biggest thing that these agents drilling these players' heads is don't show up. Don't You can show up, but just don't participate.
No, but it's
So I
like
mean, if
Bengals.
there's
Ugh.
if that's the only concern some people may have, is like, oh, he didn't have to work out, but he could have been there. Terry was here last week, man. He probably on a boat fishing somewhere doing his thing. But fellas, how we feeling about Terry McLaurin not showing up to practice today?
Go ahead, John.
I'm totally fine. Juan, you right on the money. This has happened, what, 3 years ago when he was due for a contract extension. We got through phase 2. It's, Jordan's was saying phase 3 a little under a week. He showed up for phase 3 eventually. He was, doing some one-on-ones on the sideline. He was on that treadmill machine, doing, powering a light bulb for however long he needed to. I got no issues. It's exactly what it's sort of what Trey's doing in Cincinnati right now, except he needs a giga contract. But Terry's gonna get paid. He's probably gonna get somewhere between 28 to 32. I don't see him being that player who wants to reset the market at 35 and a tenth, 35 and a quarter, 35 and 33. I don't see him getting Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, somebody. He's earned it. He's Mr. Consistency. He's Mr. 1,000 yards every season since rookie year. He's just behind Mike Evans, and every year is 1,000 yards. But I think people are gonna blow this out of proportion. Why isn't Terry at camp? Why can't they pay him in time? God damn, this reminds me of the old regime. No. Calm your brakes, calm your horses, relax, stop it, pause. Terry will be exactly fine. He's probably he's probably on a boat in the middle of a river, fishing, getting whatever he needs. He might be at home with his wife, his beautiful wife. He might need to do what you need to do. I ain't worried. He's going to get paid. AP and DQ are going to take care of this man. And I'm going to bet you 10 to 1 he's going to retire a commander. So guess what? We all good.
Yeah. I mean, on my end, I'm not really worried either. I do think that. Yeah, I mean, I got two things in my head. One, he could be definitely pushing the envelope. And, I mean, just sparking a little conversation about it, just to kind of get things moving. I've been saying it since when the off season hit. I mean, especially when we was in the mix talking about signing and trading for guys, it's like, why the hell we won't just sign Terry now? Because you're gonna get some cap relief this year by doing so. So it's interesting why, I mean, he doesn't have a deal yet. I feel like, I've seen AP talk about it, like, over the course of the off season, that they've had talks, I mean, kind of hinting that a deal will get done. There's really no worries. He showed up, previously, I mean, just, missing today, it could be pushing that envelope just to kind of get the narrative out there, kind of, get things going. But also it could be legit. I mean, it could be something where, I mean, he had a family reason or whatever it may be. But either way, I'm not mad at it. I think the deal is going to get done. Well deserved. Let's just wrap this shit up and get that man his money so we can move on.
Yeah, it's for me. I feel like this is a non-story. Like, why are we even talking about this? Like, he's been here. Like, my thing is, if he was holding out, or if it was going to be one of these things, he wouldn't have been here, period. Because if we think back a few years ago, he wasn't here for nothing. So why him missing one day is this like breaking news? It's just blowing up the internet, and the Commanders like, oh, Terry wasn't at practice today. Oh, he's holding out. Oh, they got to get him signed. Why? The man is going to be here. He's going to be here. They're going to sign him, like everybody said. This is a non-story. I don't even understand why we're talking about this. Why are we even discussing this? He could, like Z said, he could have had his mother could have been sick. Anything could have happened. Just because you don't, it's his contract. We don't know. Immediately when the first thing when Z sent it to the group chat, first thing I said was, I need more information. Give me more information before I'm ready to speak on this, because we don't know what's going on. It could be anything. Anything. But that's what I had to say. I thought you guys was on the train of wanting to like kind of push this narrative or whatever. So my bad, Juan. When we started discussing it, I thought that y'all was going to push the narrative, but y'all gave different takes. So I apologize.
Pretty was ready for the smoke.
I mean, look though, that's why it's like, I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm just like, we all Terry believers over this jump.
Yeah.
So it's like I would never bash the great 1-7, man. I can't. He been putting in too much time and effort into this franchise when it was at its
Gone too
lowest,
much.
man. It'd be different if it was Chase Young. Like Chase Young not showing up,
Shit.
Montez Sweat not showing up, then we probably got some type of words, because they ain't putting no hard work like 1-7. 1-7 don't have to show up for nothing, and we still gonna back his play regardless, because we know when that time come, he gonna be out there. But nah, yeah, for sure.
1-7 ain't playing like a free agent.
Yeah, right. And then, like, and you just seen the picture of him and Debo like last week, so it ain't like he ain't around, bro. He just like we said, he probably cooling somewhere, man, or probably has some business to take care of. And they only made this a story because this is the first day of, well, not the first day, but this is the start of
Phase
the
3.
OTAs,
Phase
phase
3,
3 of it, and it's really only a story because ain't nothing else to talk about. And they gotta keep the drama, or they gotta keep the fans in the loop of the content rolling per se. So that's why I feel like it was a story. Now it'd be different. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, as much as I love Terry and ain't really ever gonna bash him. It'd be a slightly different tune if we get to training camp and it's like, okay, he ain't practicing in that or whatever. At that point, I still will understand it and give him some type of grace, because I do understand why he's doing it, if it is for that specific reason of a contract. But at that point, it's like, all right, it's July 27th.
Yeah.
August 1st is practice time. It's about to get the season, so we definitely do want to have you out there. But it's June, or about to be June, man. It ain't really no reason to stress about Terry missing volunteer.
And also to add to that, this is optional. Nobody has to be there. It's voluntary. It's optional. They can do what they want to do. Like, they don't have to necessarily be there. And if Terry does hold out, then we could come back and we could talk about that's on AP and them, because it ain't like it's about the money. They got the cap flexibility. Terry's not going to break the bank, like you said. He's probably going to go for 30 to 32 or whatever. And that range, he's not going to want to be a top tier guy. He's not a selfish guy.
His contract, I don't think his first year contract cracked top 8 when he got signed.
Yeah, I mean, Terry is in a different conversation now. Like, if he goes out and he puts up 1,500 yards this year, like, he's in the conversation, the top 5. So I do think he needs to be kind of close to them, but I don't think he changes the market. No. But he should be compensated fairly well, like you said, just for his mark of consistency. The numerous 1,000 yard seasons and doing what he did. He broke the franchise record last year for touchdowns. So he deserves to be compensated. And ultimately, like, he's one of the faces of the franchise, if not the face of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to war with Terry any day. Like, just a great person, a great human being, minus the football player. Like, he checks all the boxes for competitive wise, even just integrity, any adjective you want to put on the table, he meets that. You know what I'm saying? And more. So I don't think that this organization will not, do him right and take care of him. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a slow media day, like we say. Anything that come out far as the team related, it's going to be talked about as expected. Jordan Schultz, he tends to try to be first on a lot of stuff, push anything he can get his hands on. Pause. He's tweeting it and talking about it. So, you just gotta, take for what it is. And just as so, like if I'm the type of person, that shit, if a tweet like that drop, we posting it. It's a discussion. Let's talk about it. It's content. So let's see what the thoughts are, and go from there. But for sure, pay that man, give him his money, what he deserves, and let's move on. Like, we already know it's time to pay him. So let's go. I don't know why it haven't been done yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at his pay, I guess, like, area, in the sense, he's not like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson kind of money. No, I think we did this exercise a while ago. I think he's like, I would put him above in terms of salary. Obviously, I think he's better than Amon-Ra St. Brown, but in terms of salary, I probably would put him right, like, above him, maybe above AJ Brown in terms of money. I don't necessarily think Terry's better than AJ Brown skill wise. But in terms of money, you do want to pay him enough to kind of satisfy him in a sense. But at the same time, I've always kind of felt like Terry McLaurin is that guy that ain't gonna want what we assume, but you never know. He might look at it as, this my last opportunity. I am pushing 30. I don't have that many
Yeah,
years left in my prime. So
sure.
this may be my last time to cash in big.
Yeah.
But it's like that homer side of me feeling like, man, Terry ain't gonna ask for that much money. But I mean, if you had to kind of say like a rough estimate, what would y'all think Terry McLaurin's yearly salary would be, or overall contract would be?
I would say in the range of 30 to 32, 33 million. That's what I would say, in that range.
Yeah.
Because we gotta call a spade a spade. Like, when they put these lists up and they talk about the top tier quarterbacks, they name Chase, they name Justin, they name all of these other receivers. Like, Terry has kind of like always been in the 11, 12 range, as far as receivers.
Outside looking in.
Yeah, what he did last year, that brings him into the fold. And then if he turns around and does it again this year, he's top 5. So he deserves that and will be ahead of it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you getting him for cheap in a sense. You know what I'm saying? If he has another breakout season, which I think he is, because he's getting better.
Yeah, because right now, Terry is sitting at 23 a year, and looking at it on my screen here, Michael Pittman's making more money than him. Debo, Nico Collins, Devonta Smith, DJ
Keenan
Moore,
Allen.
Jalen Waddle, T Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, Tyreek Hill, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Tyreek Hill is making roughly about 30 mil. Yeah, same with Amon-Ra, and AJ Brown and both DK Metcalf is making 32. And then you get to the top 3 with Jamar Chase making 40. Golly, I kind of forgot he got paid 40
He got
million
paid.
as a receiver. Like, and I get it. Like, the trajectory of money in sports is changing. But I remember I keep saying back in the day, like I'm that old, but like receivers was like 40 mil is quarterback money, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Man,
40 mil still QB money. What you talking about?
I mean, bro, QB money about to be starting
Daniel
at,
Jones
when
got like
Jane,
40, right? Yeah, Daniel Jones was getting 40.
40. That's like low tier quarterback money at this point. I mean, when Jay Daniels about to get paid, we might be talking 70.
About 90.
About 90.
Oh my!
Yeah, JD about to get that Mahomes contract.
85, he's definitely going to break the bank, and they're probably going to sign him to a 7-year contract.
I hope so.
That's like some shit. That's some Shohei Ohtani money right there. Juan Soto money.
No.
Anyways,
Shohei Ohtani would be 10 million the first 10 years, 190 billion the last 10 years. That'd be Shohei Ohtani contracts.
What was the annual value for Purdy's deal?
like 50.
Oh God, he's.
Yeah, I think
Let me
50
look.
mil.
My
Yeah.
bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
so if
Brock
he's
Purdy.
at 50, imagine
No,
in 2 years.
Purdy's at 53.
Yeah, if he's there
Purdy's
right
one.
now, who got paid
Eighth.
before him?
Who got paid before? Was it
Who reset the market as far as quarterbacks? The last one?
was it Dak?
Well, Dak's at 60 right now.
Yeah, Dak is the
Dak
highest
is-
paid at
Da-
60. Joe
Yeah,
Burrow, 55.
Dak is 4-year 240.
Jordan Love got 55 too. And Trevor
Jordan Love at
Lawrence.
55.
What the
And
hell is
Burrow
Tua
and Josh
doing
Allen.
for $53 million,
Trevor Lawrence?
bro?
Trevor Lawrence got 55, and so that says a lot. So JD5,
Yeah.
if he keeps his trajectory, he's going to hit 85, $90 million a year.
JD about to be that, like I said, the Mahomes contract.
My question to y'all is, what the hell has Tua done to get $53 million a year? I'm sorry.
He's a quarterback in the National Football League. He's a starter. That's it.
Oh my God, bro.
Trevor Lawrence still in good too.
You know what's gonna happen is Quinn Ewers gonna take his job. That's what's gonna happen.
I forgot Justin Herbert got paid, and I forget how.
If we're being honest, Herbert kind of got it on the cheap end. Let's be honest here. Compared to the rest of these guys, Herbert kind of got a cheap contract.
And it's crazy we're saying $52 million is cheap, but I just forgot. Like, it seems like these guys just getting drafted, but whole time they on it. 2 is 27. Like, what?
Yeah.
I just remember. I remember we was about to draft him. If it wasn't for
I remember
it goes fast, bro.
Freddie has missed the come up though. He went from Mr.
Irrelevant. I ain't gonna lie. If anybody deserved this contract, Purdy deserved it because they got cheap labor from him.
Yeah,
there needs to be studied for child labor laws for the 49ers because
I hope he was getting that booster money.
They in Super Bowls, they in NFC Championship games, and what man was it? Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the draft.
But they said something. I saw something about.
Now you got no weapons.
I saw something about like they shifted $30 million to next year. Something like by getting rid of what a lot of people they made cap. They signed him and like moved money into next year. Something. So they're supposed to
it's
have
weird,
cap money next year. Yeah, like they're taking the bulk of the hit of his deal this year. So they got like a 2-3 year out.
But ain't that what Harry Roseman and the Eagles do all the time? They get them void years or whatever on them contracts and able to finagle the money. That's all they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So this kind of may be like I wouldn't say a stupid question, but I'm looking at all the quarterback contracts. So every year a rookie gets drafted in the first round, they're going to make more than the previous rookie class. Because Cam Ward just got paid $12 million.
Yeah.
And Jay Daniels
4 years, like $48 million.
And all those guys at $9 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm looking at these quarterback contracts.
Like $49 million or something like his deal was. I think he got like 36 up front or something like that. I seen it earlier.
Yeah. But like we said, it's the National Football League. The cap Asia said it best. The cap keeps going up. They keep adding another like $8 million to the cap every single year. It's gonna keep happening.
A lot of caps going up because they keep all these streaming services.
Yeah, that's what I said. That TV money,
trying to get that's where the money comes from.
Yeah, you got Peacock, you got Netflix, you got all of them.
Amazon,
you
got YouTube TV.
I feel like fans deserve some type of pension or something because without us, bro, they'd be broke, bro.
Every season ticket holder needs a retirement.
We really deserve a say, bro. So anytime these players try to drag on us or say you just a fan, bro, without us, we're regular people, bro.
Go ahead, Go ahead, put Reedy on the board. Go ahead, vote me in. Put me on the vote, man. I had
every season ticket holder get a 401k.
Something.
Hey, Juan, we're having sweet and all that. We'll be looking sweet up there.
That's what I'm saying. And then looking at the contract still, and I don't know how y'all feel about Jordan Love, but he still got to win me over, and he's sitting at 55. Like, I don't have no problem with Jordan Love. It's just like, I don't know. He doesn't excite me when I watch him. I'm more of a Bryce Young fan.
What year is this for him? Because he sat on the bench for a couple years. Like, what year is
I think he got drafted in 2020.
Fifth
year.
This year 3.
No, it's like 5.
Yeah, so like, what are they basing that contract on? It's like one season.
Nah, he sat on the bench for like 2 years.
This will be year 3 as a starter. This will be year 3 as a starter. He's been in for 5.
For the 4 years. Okay, got you. So he's going
2-3 years behind Aaron.
He's going into year 7.
Like year 6 or 7.
Go to year 6. Going to year
Yes.
6.
Okay.
So he sat the 2020 season, 21 season, 22 season behind Aaron. 23, 24. Now this upcoming 25, he'll be a starter. But remember, he was that 2020 class was weird because he's had those first 2-3 years, so he wasn't getting a lot of those incentives. So when his contract was up, he had to get an extension regardless. They gave him a 2-year extension on the back end of his rookie contract, and then once that first year was done, then they gave him this contract because Jordan Love's contract didn't start until this past season because of his rookie contract and everything.
Which I mean, that's the only plus I saw about it when it first happened. I was like, okay, they got all in front of it and paid him that early. That must mean they genuinely think he's their franchise. Which is, again, I don't think he's trash. It's just like I don't get excited watching Jordan Love. I guess it's like during the big moments or whatever. I really haven't seen him have that game changing. Like I think it was really that Detroit game this past year that made me sour on him. Like when they had when they was I think was they at home and they got blown out. And it wasn't really all his fault necessarily, but I was like, this is his time to really take over this. This is when the NFC North was like the Packers was in it, obviously the Lions and the Vikings, and it was just. But he's sitting at 35.
I'm higher on Jordan Love than I'm higher on Trevor Lawrence at this rate.
Oh yeah, I'll take J Love over Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
I take Bryce Young over both of them though.
So one of the coaches, okay, so I don't know if I told y'all, but we're transitioning over we're merging with Torrey Smith's team, like the little league team that I coach with. So we're like transitioning and we're becoming one. So like that was kind of like our competition. We played him in the championship the last 4 years and we won or whatever. So like this year the kids are getting ready to go to middle school. They're going into 6th grade. So we wanted to kind of like get them ready for high school. So we was like, he came to our head coach and was like, yo, we need to come together. He started his own thing or whatever. So we went that. So long story short, there's a coach that was on his staff that's coming over to being on our current staff, and he's a Jaguars fan. And I was talking to him, and I was just telling him like, yo, this is a year for Trevor Lawrence. Like this is a make or break season for him, as he was supposed to be a generational talent, guy that was supposed to be the next this, the next that.
Nothing but winning.
Disappointed.
Now I will give him. I'm gonna give him some buffer on that first year because Urban Meyer cannot coach a pro team. Urban Meyer can coach my Gators from 2008 because that team was a bunch of killers, literally. So I got nothing but good things for him. He cannot coach a pro football team to save his life. He killed Trevor Lawrence. So year 1, I call that a scratch or T-law. But I agree. This is make or break season. You get an offensive-minded head coach. You got Brian Thomas Jr. last year in the draft. You got Trav Hunter. You got Tutton. You got another receiver in the draft. You brought over some guys. Now you lost Evan Ingram, but whatever. You got in another tight end. Like your offensive line could use a little bit of work, but whatever. I agree. This is make or break season for T-Law because if he doesn't perform, and Liam Cohen says, "So Arch Manning, how do you feel about becoming a Jacksonville Jaguar?" They're just gonna go. Bye, T-Law.
And that's another thing that I know this ain't the show for that, but since you brought it up, I want to mention that right there. Somebody made a good point today. I forget who it was. It was one of these perennial backup quarterbacks or something that made a good point about.
Kurt Benkert.
No, not him. Somebody else. It was another guy. I'm gonna find it. But he made the point of, well, Texas will, when you ask, all these evaluators around, college football, like the best rosters, pure rosters, and the University of Texas comes up as one of the best rosters. But why, if you're supposed to be 2026 first round pick, first overall pick, you got all of this talent, why can't you get on the field? Why were you behind a 7th round quarterback? A quarterback that went in the 7th round? Like, make that make sense. If Sarkisian is supposed to be this offensive genius, blue, wah, 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 and you're that great, then why are you on the field? And I had to think about it, because I keep thinking damn, Arch Manning is I'm on the hype train, but then again, you thinking about he's been in college for about 3 years now.
He has it been 3 years for Arch?
It's like 3 years. Last year was his.
It's been last 2. I remember it being 2.
This is his third season coming up. Yeah, he's.
So I think they wanted to get through the Quinn Ewers experience. I think they just wanted to get through, see where they could go. He had brought them to the playoffs. He had, brought them against ASU, where Scadaboo.
But one real quick. But the last point was he was supposed to have been the problem of that team. They were supposed to have had all of this talent, but yours was the problem. He was the one that was in the way. So if that's the case, why don't you go with Arch Manning if he's supposed to be like that? You know what I'm saying? Lights out, can't miss. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't see Quinn being a 7th round. I thought he would have gone where Shedeur went, that 5th, 6th round. I didn't see him falling to 7 to Miami of all places. I just think it's either going to be coaching, meaning him and Arch and Sarkisian not matching up, or Arch needs some more seasoning, because he was in that same predicament of Jordan Love to Aaron Rodgers, Rodgers to Favre. Is they had to sit for a year or two to get some seasoning on, get a little wet behind the ears. So, and they lost some pieces to the draft. He didn't look all that great in Texas with, like AJ said, he didn't look all that great at Texas with the talent. But again, Texas being the SEC, Sarkisian being the offensive guru. I don't know. I'm gonna knock on wood because we're about to be on my head top for this. I can see Arch skipping out on 2026. I can see Arch coming out in 2027. Give him a full 3-year college career at Texas or wherever he stays, because then he's got the experience. What was some of the big detriments to Anthony Richardson right now? What were some of the big detriments to Shedeur Sanders this past season? Where's some of the highlights for Cam Ward? Jaden Daniels, you had a full 3 to 4 years experience versus Shedeur and AR, who only had a year or 2 years, especially at the bigger college levels. I think Arch, if he does come in 26, I'm going to be like, cool, get your money where you can. If he comes out in 27 and he performs the way he's supposed to perform, there's no reason he can't be that first-round pick all over again. But he needs some seasoning. He needs to be on the grill a few minutes more. He's still a little raw.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The oil money.
Interesting. I mean, I definitely could see Arch, you know what I'm saying? Especially this be his first legitimate year starting.
Yeah.
He could stay for 2027, which probably would be smarter. But we got to that point because we were talking about quarterback contracts. And I just got to say before we move on, whoever Dak Prescott agent is, bro.
Him and Kirk Cousins agents.
Still at the top
Kirk
60
agent is the
million.
GOAT.
Oh my
Whoever
God.
Kirk Cousins' agent is, he's the GOAT.
Man, they sitting on some bread, man. God.
They rolling in it.
So I'm
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was
gonna say Dak's got all these commercials. He don't even need that contract. He got all these damn commercials.
Yeah. But I was gonna throw this topic out there because it's been swirling around. J.K. Dobbins. I've been hearing that,
I heard about that.
There's interest. I've been seeing it floating around X. Not nothing really that sticks or credible, but how y'all feel about that?
I'm actually fine with the running back position if it ain't gonna be like. I mean, they did what I wanted. I never wanted them to replace Brian Robinson for this year. If God, even though everybody assumes anytime I make a video on B Rob, either like saying it's over for him or like, you know what I'm saying? I never want him to not see the field. We don't have that good of a running back backfield for where he cannot not play. I just always said we need somebody to pair with him because he lacks elusiveness. He lacks the vision. I mean, again, I always refer back to any times I was at the games this year. I'm like, if I'm up in section, well, in the club level, and I could see a cutback lane, or I could see the right guard opening that joint up like the Red Sea. What the hell are you not seeing? You know, so that was just my
You
thing.
seen the
It's
Starlight
like,
Pit.
yeah, anytime we've always had a backfield that was always, I guess, like, how can I say it? We haven't had a true backfield where it was like a true bell cow since when? Probably, I would say.
Portis.
Alfred Morris for that one season.
Morris.
Maybe the one season with AVD.
Yeah, he had 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2
2
seasons.
seasons.
Yeah.
Maybe Antonio Gibson
I was
2020.
about to say Gibby, but I knew Reedy was going to
Gibby.
hate.
I mean,
Yo,
The one
like
there you
season with
go.
Peterson,
These
maybe.
Gibby
I was about to
lovers.
say Gibby, but I knew he was going to hate.
God. Well, why
so.
hate on what? Hate on
That was hilarious.
the you and the Juan guy.
Yeah. I was an AG fan like crazy. That 2020 year, I was Cam Curl and AG heavy that season.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how I follow every other team, just side note, but it's just so crazy how these guys kind of fall. Besides Cam Curl still balling, but like Antonio Gibson, bro, like I don't even know if he gonna be like, because they
Third
got
string in New
Ramon,
England.
they still have Ramondre Stevenson, right? And
They got
don't
Ramondre
they have
Stevenson. They got Travion Henderson.
Damian
They got
Henderson?
Gibby. They got
They drafted somebody.
Travion Henderson. They drafted
Okay,
him out of
all right,
OSU.
Yeah.
Get might
They,
get cut. Fuck.
shit.
Come on back.
But I
Who?
was just Let me see. I was just
No.
saying, like B-Rob was never like a guy that I wanted to get rid of because he does have production. It hasn't been 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards like how we hope for, obviously. But it's 700, 800 yards, 600 yards that you don't want to get rid of, and that's why I always felt like if he just had a partner in crime, we would be good. I remember when we first drafted him, I thought him and AG was gonna be like
Yeah.
amazing, but neither one of them truly had that explosion that we're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Gibson.
I remember not being in love with the B-Rob draft pick. I remember being like, another running back.
Oh no, I wasn't
Preach.
either. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Like this is the thing. I wasn't a fan of the pick. I wasn't a fan of that pick or for Darian Mathis pick at all. But like once they
Oh
were
yeah.
here, I'm like, okay, let me figure out ways that it can make sense or work. But when we
Yeah.
drafted Brian Robinson, I was like, we already got Antonio Gibson. Like
I was in the same boat. I was like, we got Gibby.
You know what I'm saying? And who else we had? I was a big Jared Patterson fan. Like I swear, bro, they hated on my man because he was 5'8". Had he been 5'11", he would have made this team, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He anytime he got his opportunities, bro, he did his thing. But yeah, I'm off. I don't want J.K. Dobbins. It's not really the injury history for me because he played well last year when he was
He
healthy.
did.
But they did enough for me at the running back position because you still got Eckler. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be when healthy, still gonna be able to give you
Juice.
some production, and he's not gonna kick returns anymore. So we hopefully don't have to worry about no more concussions. B-Rob's still here, and it's gonna be a running back by committee, and obviously
Yep.
the young fella in Bills. So now I'm good off of J.K. Dobbins.
Plus McNichols and C-Rod.
I think. Go ahead, Aubrey.
I'm from the train of thought. Bring in the competition. Why not? I mean, why not bring him in? He's not going to cost you nothing. And he had a productive season last year with the Chargers. So why not? Like, why not going to like Dan Quinn preaches this competition all the time. We always compete, so compete for it. Like, the youngest in charge, Linnell Willingham. We was talking to him yesterday. He had a rant on 980 or whatever. Had a rant talking about the fan base and everybody wants to get rid of Brian Robinson Jr. This is that and third. So I text him. I'm like, bruh, like B-Rob is not it. Like he's cool. He's a good short yardage back. He's a good
great third down back.
Great change of pace. I don't even think he's a third down back. He change of pace back or whatever every now and then. First and second down back, depending on where you are, down and distance wise or whatever. Not saying get rid of him, cut him, or get him off the team. Like I want him on the team. I like him as a player. He's a good player. But like Aubrey 44 said in the draft in the chat, like I want a home run hitting running back, somebody that can take it the distance anywhere on the field, that has that speed, that can cut, that can make a jump cut, like
break a tackle.
He makes a cut. It's like he's just like his momentum. Once it stops, that's it. He's caught. Then he, like you said, he has no fucking vision whatsoever. So you know what I'm saying? Like I love B-Rob. Don't get me wrong. Like people always say I'm bashing him. I'm not. I love him, but I'm just saying like we gotta call a spade a spade. We trying to get better. We trying to win. We got to stop this glazing because it's our favorite player. Oh, that's my guy. I can't, bruh. If they ain't getting it done, they ain't getting it done. I pulled it up on my iPad. B-Rob, the most yards he had was 2024, 799 yards on 187 attempts, 4.3 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns, 20 receptions. So he's basically averaged 750 or more in his 3 seasons as a starter. Like, I need 1,000-yard back. I need a back that's gonna give me 1,200. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. B-Rob, I love you, but I just feel like you're not the starter.
We need a little bit of youth.
And I don't even. He just.
I mean, he amongst this running back room, he's the starter. Until my man Bill come in and take over, because I don't think anybody else will. But outside of that, but go ahead, IQ has dropped. But outside of that, I mean, if you went to got a Dobbins, just camp body, push the envelope, push the room, and
I was a camp body.
I'm just saying, not just a camp body. I'm saying just to add another body in the room and have him push the envelope and see, may the best men win. And go from there. I don't see an issue with it. Why is he? I'm trying to figure out why the hell he's still a free agent at this point. After the solid year that he had last year. He came back after the injury though.
He came back, but I think it's still that like every year he's been a starter, it's been an injury.
Yeah, I mean when he was with the Ravens, he couldn't stay on the damn field. I had him.
Ravens running back was cursed.
I always had him sneakily on my fantasy, and every year he was getting hurt. But when last year, it just seemed like he was having a solid time, doing pretty solid.
You know why you have him in your fantasy, Z? Because you're expecting for him to score touchdowns down in the red area. So Cliff be fucking up too, because I don't understand why he don't run him down there when you're under 5 yards or within 5 yards. Why do you run in the fucking read option to JD5? Like, give the shit up, run the ball up. Stop trying to get so cute. Run the ball straight up the middle.
Yeah, I think that's the new age of offensive coordinators, because I've had that same issue with Scott Turner. Like, I hate when you go from out of the gun at the 3-yard line. Get the hell under center and just run the ball.
The enemy did the shit too, though.
Yeah, they all did.
Man.
Yeah.
Bring back
the enemy old school, and he was doing it.
Yeah, hey dog, y'all see, speaking of the enemy, did y'all see him kirking on the Bears running back?
The Bears?
They said, yeah, they already hate him. He ain't about to survive.
Don't touch the cones.
Looking at it, it's like
where that says, send that to me. I ain't see that.
I gotta find it. I think
it.
it's on. It like look on the outside looking in, it ain't bad because it's like that's how football coaches are. But at the same time, cause if you an offensive coordinator doing all that, and we 3-14, bro, and I'm a grown man making millions of dollars, I am gonna kind of feel some type of way, bro. Like you doing all this and saying all this and get the my cone, bro. We 3-14, bro. Like that's probably why. That's what Sam Howell probably was like, bro. He probably was at week 1 through 5. He probably like, all right, cool, boom, boom, boom. But after that Seattle Seahawks game, my man Sam Howell said.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Sam Howell bored out for man. I swear that Seattle game changed my mind, bro. He was like, all right, fool. I done did all this and we lost. I'm done, bro. Like my man ain't been the same since. But
yeah. I mean, Bieniemy was talking that mad talk to like AP, Adrian Peterson too, when AP was a rookie. So he be doing this for a minute.
Yeah, man. That's why I say I guess it works, but you gotta get it's a reason why he got fired from here, then go to UCLA, get fired after 1 year. Like it's something, bro. It's something about his coaching style that just doesn't fit in the pros or in the college game up to date.
Yeah. I think he's a good like assistant backup coach. I just don't think he can carry it by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but you go from the highest of the highs, offensive coordinator, like interviewing for head coaching jobs, to out the league to UCLA, to back in the league as a position coach. Wow.
For the Bears.
Don't let's not do that because the Bears are going to be better, bro. The Bears
got
Bears got
better.
better.
They
But they still got to run through they still got to run through the
I'm-
Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings.
Did you see that roster?
The Bears going to be better.
It's a good roster. They had a good roster
better
last
be
year
better.
too.
Yeah, they did.
Then Caleb Williams is in the same conversation. Because I just want to say he has no excuse, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's no reason for you to be bad this year.
I think Caleb's going to get one more year for excuses because there's going to be a new OC again. And that's why he's going to get one more year.
Bro. You the number one overall pick.
Nah.
Can't be no excuses with Ben Johnson.
Not with Ben Johnson. With the plays that he draw up.
You heard what he said today?
The offense.
What he said.
What he say?
When they was asking him about the tush push situation, he was like, "I'm not really worried about that. Is it an explosive? I'm worried about explosives. That's what I like. I like explosives."
Yeah, he gonna draw some plays up, and if Caleb execute them or not, I don't know. And like I mentioned on Monday Command, you know what I mean, they got weapons. Loveland, you know what I mean, they got what they draft.
Oh, they got Luther Burden.
Oh yeah, Luther Burden.
They still got DJ.
You know what I mean?
Rome.
They got Joe. Was it Joe Thurley?
Joe Tooney.
Tooney.
And they still got
they upgrade their offensive line. Offensive line. They got Swift. They had
Swift, Roshan Johnson.
Other running back too. Number one was he went number one. He got hurt. Like if y'all watch Hard Knocks last year, he was like that. I don't even know his name.
Roshan Johnson.
He was getting out. Yeah, he was getting freaking out there.
Yeah. They have Roshan Johnson. Oh, and then they drafted Kyle Monagai. That's right. We talked about this last week.
Yeah, so they got their wide receivers nice. I mean,
Caleb set up.
He got the weapons. He got the weapons.
What was the
tight end they already had? What was the tight end they already had?
Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet, yeah. So he's still there.
That was the one.
And Loveland.
That was one position I said, what are you drafting for? Was tight end for them. When they took Loveland, I went,
weapons.
You got Cole Kmet.
Man, Ben Johnson going.
What Reedy always say. Everybody want to lean on Reedy, talk shit about what I always say.
I know you ain't.
The better.
Nigga, you was happy when we got Gallup. When I said we needed weapons, you was he's gonna be a true weapon.
I'm just saying, like, for what it's worth, was it the signing that I wanted? No, but I was like,
to move.
Come on, bro. Like,
Juan said, "What you doing about Gallup now? Huh? What you saying?"
Right? Yeah, bro. Watch. All right. That's all I'm saying. Juan, we ain't got to say Juan.
Hey, Juan, what did he say earlier? That's a Juan and Z guy. That's a Juan and Reedy guy. Gallup.
Definitely is. And you can throw Noah Brown in there for me.
You can miss me with Brown and Gallup.
Noah Brown in there for me. All right. So
I'm a Jalen Lane guy. I'm a Jalen Lane guy.
Oh, so he tried to put that on the record. He tried to get it on the record.
He did it official tonight.
So when Jalen Lane take a jump to the crib, you could be like, I told you,
my man.
That's my man. Go ahead.
My man.
That's my guy.
Hey, he gonna be in the state of next week. I told you that's my man. That's my man.
He's a hokey. Let's go.
Yeah. But when he fumbled, I don't know what you're talking about. I am.
Go ahead.
Man, I'm definitely you could bookmark that Michael Gallup guy, Noah Brown guy. I ask everybody this day what Noah Brown done to y'all because no one seems to buy in on Noah Brown. Like he wasn't the main guy.
Nah.
When Cliff was in his, I'm going to keep Terry McLaurin on the left side of the field. And Jay Daniels was not comfortable throwing to the far side of the field. He was more comfortable throwing to the side that he throws with, which is obviously normal. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to feel more comfortable throwing to the left side. Who was he throwing to? Noah Brown. That week 2 game. On a game-winning drive, week 2, who was coming up clutch? Like, Noah Brown, bro, he deserves some respect.
He caught a couple of posts, a couple of slants. He dropped all 5 of them, too. Yeah. Drops, he ain't got no separation.
Drops are part of the game, man.
He did draw a couple of pass interference calls. I give you
did.
that coming our way on a
No
towards
Brown
our
is good
season.
for a DPI.
Drops
Yeah.
a part of the game, man. Even my man
I do
1-7
think
has some.
I do think Noah Brown is going to be a good third or fourth receiver. I think
Yeah,
he's
that's all we need to
for
be.
that. Like we can't expect much. Like we can't expect for him to be like what a number 2 or a number 1's going to give you. Like, but for his role, I think he's going to be good. You know, somewhere around 600-700 yards. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
Maybe
even asking for
5-6
that.
touchdowns.
Oh,
Yeah, I
5,
ain't
6
even
touchdowns
asking for
there.
that much. You feel me?
Yeah. But Noah Brown, when he goes deep, he's good for a DPI call too. So that was to his benefit too. Is I think he racked up like 8 or 9 DPIs just on him alone.
And he can block.
But another good thing for us is that you got to worry about Debo and you got to worry about Terry, and then the threat of JD5 pulling it and running. So like Noah Brown and them other receivers like Gallup, they're going to be lost. They're going to get single coverage all day in the paint. They might be matched up on a linebacker. You think them two can't beat a linebacker?
And Ertz to a degree.
Yeah. I said I was going to give Gallup a pass. We'll see.
Now you want to give him a pass.
I said that a few episodes ago, but I mean, I'm just letting you know when you say we need all the weapons, we need top weapons, go get guys.
Facts, and I stand by that. I say that every year. Does that mean we go do it? No,
we gotta got it. But when I was saying we need a real receiver, somebody that's going to stretch the field. Z, we got guys here. Like, give it a shot, give it a chance.
No, because in my mind, so the reason why I said that, and you know why I said that, so I don't even know why you about to get on here act like you don't know. Because in my mind, I thought we was going to take a receiver in the draft. I thought we were going to take a receiver in the draft.
We did though. We
did.
I mean, we did, but I was thinking it was going to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I was in my mind, I was thinking like, okay, well, all right, we can piecemeal this together. We could by committee it. You know what I'm saying? And then we get one of them top rookies in the draft because we would have been much better. That's what I was thinking when I made them comments.
Yeah.
But I still do believe in Michael Gallup. I think he is going to resurrect his career.
I hope so.
Now Juan's man, KJ Osborne, I don't know.
Yo, what we talking about? I don't even got that man. I don't even got
Juan
that
catching
man.
all the smoke tonight.
Oh no! I know it's all fun and games. I was about to dog him.
He lucky.
Quick,
he lucky they don't go to Remember, he lucky they don't do the. Remember before you had to get down to like 90, then down to like another number, then 53. Now it's straight 53. He lucky.
Straight 53.
They don't do that no more. He went on the first rounds of cuts.
Man, I don't even got that man sniffing the first week of training camp, man. I think.
Oh, you got Kaz. You got Kaz getting more practice burn.
Man, bring back Trey Quinn, man. At this point over him,
nah.
You know what I'm saying? I got Trey Quinn better than him. At this
they
point,
did a clip. I seen somebody interviewed him, and I actually I was scrolling Instagram and I had stopped and did something, and I lost the clip. But I want to watch it just to see what he got to talk about. Maybe you might hear something in his backstory.
Because he was good. He was good in Minnesota for that 1 year where I thought he was about to break out, and then
was that Case Keenum or was that after Keenum?
Was that Kurt?
Kurt.
Oh, yeah, he was cooking. I think he was he the third option? Adam Thielen was still there, I think.
Yeah.
So
I was a Trey Quinn guy too.
I ain't heard Trey Quinn's name in a minute.
Really love him.
Guy too.
Nah, and I ain't gonna put that all on just you, bro. The media hyped not Trey Quinn, the safety. Troy Ackley, bro. They said he's so fast, man. They're gonna move him to safety or cornerback number 30. Like they was just jazzing him all in training camp. Man, I don't even know where he at. I don't know. I was a big Robert Davis fan. I really thought Robert Davis was gonna be like really good,
I definitely did. He was a preseason killer.
Yo,
man, he killed in preseason.
I still think if Kelvin Harmon ain't to his ACL though, he would have had something, bro.
Yeah.
Kelvin Harmon was nice that 2019 year.
And now Harmon in DC.
Trey Quinn was Gruden, or was that wrong?
I think that was wrong.
I think it was wrong.
Who was the one that had?
2019?
Who was the one? Because it was two Caucasian receivers that were alike.
Adam Humphries?
Humphries?
No, it wasn't Humphries. It was somebody we drafted.
The
That was a Reedy guy too.
Was Trey
He was.
Quinn
He
and
was.
Gandy Golden?
No,
no,
Danny
Gandy
Golden
Golden
black.
was
He was
black.
black from Liberty.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think his
Dang.
name. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
go
of his
do your
name.
research. Do your research on that, Z. But let me address.
What white receiver was in Washington at the time? What alliteration did we have?
You come on here talking about you ain't miss a year, 2 years, come let it be. I'm not saying that he's going to be the man, but I'm just saying he's going to be serviceable. He's going to be a option that come in and get some catches. I'm not saying that he's going to be dogging. I'm just saying he's going to be cool.
So good, Reedy. When Michael Gallup is as he just said, serviceable, and he catch a game winning tush.
Oh yeah, Dax Mill. Dax Mill was the guy.
Dax Mill.
Oh, Mill.
Okay, yeah,
No,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
my man.
yeah.
Dax Mill was my man.
Oh, the dude.
Some type of I don't know when it's
That's
a
why I'm
white
doing this, 'cause I
dude
knew
and
you
he
wanted
got
to do that.
speed, and I get to looking at the. I always root for the white guy receiver
Dax Milne.
that I think could play. I
was
don't
a
know
big
what
Dax
it is.
Mill fan.
So Reedy appreciates the guy who sold Zach Wilson's girlfriend. All right.
Dax Milne.
I don't know what it is.
I definitely was a Dax Mill fan.
That was my guy. That was my man. Dax Mill was my man. I was sold on Dax Mill.
Every time towards the end of the game, we trying to make a drive and Dax to get a catch and go out of bounds. Really, we geeking.
Yeah, I was a big Dax Mill fan too.
Next T-shirt, Reedy's guy.
I definitely, and it was also because of the kick return too. He wasn't like exciting as a kick returner, but he was like he secured the catch, and that's all I was looking for as a kick returner, bro. So I was a big Dax Mill fan too. I ain't gonna lie.
Dax Mill.
I completely blanked on him.
Yeah, but yeah though. So today they voted on the what they called it. Somebody else said earlier push tush. But they voted on the tush push, and our Commanders were one of the teams to vote to ban it. They needed 24 votes. They only got 22. 10 teams voted not, which were of course, the Eagles, the Ravens, Browns, Lions, Jags, Jets, Saints, Patriots, Dolphins, Titans. I don't know why
AFC teams.
Yeah, I don't know why some of them teams was against it, but all year long, all season, Dan Quinn, AP kind of pushed the narrative like, man, we just got to find a way to stop it. I'm more interested in a way to stop it than commenting on how they felt about it and whether they wanted it banned.
The Bucks gonna do it.
Josh Harris showed up today with a card saying ban it. How y'all feel about the tush push not being banned?
I ain't even peeped that. I ain't know about that, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't. After the Frankie Louvu situation, I can see why Washington was one of the teams to vote to ban it. But I've always went on record years ago when it first happened. Don't ban it. Just find a way to stop it. Like, we can't punish the Eagles for finding a play, inventing a play, and being successful with it. We've seen time and time again with teams have tried to do it and got stopped. We've stopped the Eagles on multiple occasions before. So it's like, I feel like the longer it's in the game, somebody's going to eventually find a way to stop the tush push, right? You know what I'm saying? But don't punish a team because they're good at something. I don't care if they're the rival or not. I mean, at that point, it's like they're getting punished for doing something that they invented. But I was trying to look at the teams that voted not to ban it. It is a little funny how more likely than not, the teams that voted not to ban it are going to be the teams that don't have to face the Eagles. Like, you feel me? But at that same point, it's not banned. So that means if you want to just steal their thing, do it, right? So
yeah, like
I'm all for keeping it.
Why my whole take is why can't we mimic it? Like, just watch the tape, see what they do, and figure that shit out. I mean, that's what.
Because the Eagles fans,
that's what the coaches used to. That's what the coaches used to do back in the day, though. Like, you know what I mean? When we was in high school, our coaches used to see tape from other teams, other players, and you take a play, you mimic it, and you make it work for you. I mean, yeah, I know they got a nice like that offensive line or however you want to call it, But at the end of the day, it's about the lowest man in that situation. You're talking about a half a yard or a yard. You know what I mean? You get low, you get off the ball, and you make the block. You're at advantage. You know the snap count. You know the offense is at advantage on that play. The defense just got to step up and stop it. And if you can't, then make sure you do the same shit to them.
But I feel like this year there's going to be a play off of that. Like it's going to be some trickery, something that's going, some backdoor play where everybody going to crash down and somebody going to come out the back door in school.
Yeah,
They did that against us. They've done that before.
That. Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, but I don't know. But like Juan said, I mean, I was against it only because that shit is backbreaking, bro. Like when you know your defense, like isn't all of that great, and you finally get them in a manageable spot somewhere on the field, and you can get off the field to get your offense back on the field, and then they just get that shit. That shit is backbreaking. But from a pure football perspective, like I'm with Juan, like figure out a way to fucking stop this shit. If you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like don't necessarily I don't say ban it, but I just say ban it when I was saying ban it because of we play them twice a year and that shit be mattering. Them downs, we be needing them downs, but ultimately as a a football guy, like what I'm saying, it's very innovative that they made this play and they figured it out. And they shouldn't be penalized because people can't stop it. You know what I'm saying?
And I ain't gonna lie, looking back on that Frankie Louisville thing, the only thing I was pissed off about was like, bro, they were just trolling at that point. Just score the ball, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But looking back on that, Frankie Louisville doing that, what is he doing? Like to stop it, right? I don't like him jumping over the pile isn't really doing anything unless he's gonna be able to somehow just yank Jalen Hurts back by being in midair. So I don't know. I gotta look at it again, but I can't really see no other way besides like what I'm saying. As Z said, being a lower man and trying to just beat him off the ball, but jumping over the pile, I don't know if that was really anything.
He was just having fun. Let's be honest. He was just saying we can do whatever here.
I mean, we was down 30.
So. I will say this though, like sometimes you don't even know where the fuck the ball is in that scrum or whatever. But with this new technology that they bringing out, this Hawkeye system this year, that's going to be determining first downs and stuff like that. Maybe the spotting of the ball and stuff like that won't be in their favor because you don't have the refs to kind of maybe give it to them because they got we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, Tampa Bay trying to do the reverse. They just getting just big, beefy boys on that defensive line. Vita Vea and Dez and Watson, like 1,000 pounds between the two of them.
Yeah. Booby Bottles, they voted not to ban the tush push. That's what happened today.
And it's specifically the tush push.
Yeah, before we get up out of here though, just a little funny quick question, I guess. Who would y'all send? Because you only could do, I think they said 5 versus 5. Who would y'all send for y'all 5 for the 2028 Olympics? In my opinion, it ain't gonna be no competition. Like it ain't like it's basketball, it ain't like it's a global sport. We're trying to make football global, but bro, we're gonna mop the floor against Slovenia or like Lithuania or Mexico, like whatever, whoever we play, bro. It's not gonna be no type of competition. Canada's probably like the closest country, but like we're gonna mop them when 2028 come. Like, so who would y'all 5 be?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be more competitive. Like I feel like we're gonna win it all, but I'm just saying, like the only reason why I say it because of this flag football. Flag football is really big. A lot of people take that flag football shit seriously. So I don't know. It ain't like
the NFL does.
It's other people out here that got speed and moves and stuff like that. So it's like your finesse game is gonna come into play. Like I mean, I feel like our quarterbacks are probably gonna be more pinpoint accurate than another quarterback out there from one of these other countries and stuff, but just the athleticism piece, it's people that's fast in other countries and who, can move and evade and stuff like that. Yeah, I think they're going to try to grab a flag. It's not like you're tackling them. So where that physicality and that size comes in to matter, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's cool and all. I hear that, but shit, give me Jay and Daniels, Malik Neighbors, Justin Jefferson, bro. Not nobody from wherever is stopping that. I don't care. It's like a 50-yard field, bro. Just throw that shit up there, bro. Like they not messing with us, cuz I'm sorry. I
I
get it, it's
might
flag, but come on, bro.
switch
I'll
out
take
Malik for Trav
yeah.
Hunter.
But Travis
I don't
can
know
play
yet. I don't know
cornerback
yet.
though, so
I
you
gotta
probably
see.
gotta have
Gotta
one. You
see.
probably gotta pick him for one position.
Travis Hunter. I don't know if y'all have seen these clips,
The
but
routes.
he is
The route.
looking terrible on a route runner.
He a
I mean,
cornerback, man.
it's
Like
Jacksonville. We taking
He's
Jacksonville
looking
seriously.
bad. He's looking bad.
It's Jacksonville. It's second week of these like rookie minicamp.
And I want,
but it's fundamentals
I
though,
think
bro. If you
I
can
think
run
he
a
a beast.
route, if you can run a route fluidly, bro, that would be something that you would have already always done. He's never been a
Correct.
fluid route runner. He just knows how to get open. But he's a
Correct.
cornerback, bro, that can play receiver like that. We've been known that. Brian
No.
Thomas is the wide receiver one on that team. I don't even
Course.
know why that tried to ever be a conversation. But nah, switching out Malik for Trav. That's what I said.
Trav,
Shout out to off the bench.
I think Trav has untapped and underappreciated speed for a dude who plays both ways because he's got the stamina for it.
Definitely.
He
Shout
wanted
out
to play all
to
those snaps.
shout out to Big Herb off the bench. He actually brought up this topic when I was on his channel earlier. That's why I kind of was like, let me ask y'all. If this was to start like tomorrow, I wouldn't pick Jaden Daniels. I'll pick like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. But this is
Or Lamar.
2028. Or Lamar. But by that time, they probably gonna not gonna say they're gonna be trash, but they probably gonna be like, I ain't really trying to deal with that.
That's another 3 years. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is gonna be kind of in his prime. I say Malik and Jettis because like who's stopping that duo? And then on the defensive side of the ball, Patrick Surtain.
Yep.
Patrick Surtain and Derek Stingley, and I say Michael Parsons for the one linebacker.
My
safety.
My receivers would be JJ, Chase, and
you gotta send Chase.
JJ, Chase, and it wouldn't be Malik.
You're not sending Reek.
It would be a tight end. You gotta have a tight end, 2 receivers and a tight end because the tight end will be playing center.
Bowers.
I said
Bowers.
It would be Bowers or Colston Love.
Brock, no Lesnar, Bowers.
Ben said
Brock Bowers. Ben said it.
He need the reps. Send Ben Sinnott.
He needs the reps.
He started turning up. Shit, Ben Sinnott might turn up this year. I don't know.
You better.
I'm hope so, bro. That was my man coming out of last year's draft.
Yeah,
class. I was high on him.
I'm Pastor Tam for sure. I might be doing 50-50 between Stingley and Gonzo.
Yeah, that's a good point. So Christian Gonzalez. I feel like just because he in New England.
Number one for the Bears, he's a pretty good damn corner too.
Oh, Jalen Johnson, yeah,
I like him.
Oh, for sure. Neighbors played baseball. He has hands. Well, we know that already. Neighbors is a freak athlete.
Yeah, I'm sending Malik Neighbors, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He's.
I think Tyreek is going to be a little bit older by the time 28 rolls around. He's probably going to have about 6 more kids by then, so he won't be in the best of shapes.
He probably going to be retired by then, man.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm sending Michael Gallup, a Reedy guy.
Yeah, he needs the reps.
Speaking of that too, the NFL did add a pass protector award. Finally showing the big man some love.
Offensive line award.
Trent Williams would have had about 20 of them jumps if that shit had been around. So, hey, Laramie Thompson might win that jump. I don't know.
I was gonna ask, has Tunsil been to any of the previous voluntary things?
I would assume so.
I heard people were saying. I heard initially people were saying they ain't see him like the first day or so. They didn't know if it was like contract holdout or whatever. I don't know, but I ain't heard nothing else after that. So I've been wondering.
I would assume so only because they would have made it a big story by them.
Yeah,
if he didn't.
Similar to like I would have been geeking.
No sight of Laramie Thompson. Could this be because of the contract situation? I haven't heard about Gabe Taylor neither, so I don't know. And you know the fan base holding their breath.
I don't think he's here because I haven't heard anything about that either.
Gabe Taylor posted on his page that video of him working on a beach. It was like posted today or yesterday, and I'm like, he just posting this, and I'm like, oh yeah, maybe he's trying to,
I mean, the fan base want him to make it so bad, so I hope he do. But
If you do, you do. If you don't, oh well. I mean, mm,
yeah, that's kind of what it is for me too.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got anything else to yab about before we get up out of here?
I mean, we said we
Any
was gonna touch
questions in the
the we
comments?
said we was gonna touch the RG thing. I don't know if y'all
Oh
still want
yeah.
to or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can touch that.
Miss glass of milk.
I'm gonna start out by saying I feel like his comments on Angel was unnecessary. I mean, it's cool to have a sports take, so I'm not knocking your take, but it's more so like, but where did it come from and why?
Yeah.
Knowing what type of reaction it's gonna get, and then you pop out with your wife sitting in the background eating her ice cream, drinking her tea, or whatever the hell she was doing. Like he just be trolling, and it's just like then when all this attention and response comes, he try to feel and act like he get attacked. Now Ryan Clark, I mean, he went in. You know what I mean? He did. He went in. He was a little, you know,
That
abrasive.
sound like he been wanting to say that. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
He
you know what I
holding.
mean.
He
He
been
was
holding in.
abrasive,
He's like,
and
Yeah.
just
they
wait.
clearly got issues with each other.
Tension.
Mhm.
It's the
Mhm.
tension. So I mean, he said too much. I mean, it's his opinion as well. So that's how I look. I just would think just to start though, I trying to do, and RG3 was my man when he was like I was one of the biggest RG3 fans. When he came out and said he was going to write that book on Snyder and spill all the beans, that's when I wrote him off. Because I'm like, I ain't like it. Like Snyder gave you diva treatment, and you know what I mean, treated you way better than he should have. And then you'll turn around and do that to him. And no matter how sleazy and whatever he had going on, it's just like,
Of all
damn,
the
that just
players
shows the
too.
type. Yeah, of all people, it's like that just shows the type of dude you are.
Yeah.
Then last year, as the whole, the JD5 story, and they trying to, show clips of RG3 and who he was, and Jaden is him reincarnated times a million or infinity or whatever. Cool. So I kind of started hanging. I went back and followed him on the gram and trying to tap into him a little bit. But then this is like, come on, RG. Like you really just be reaching and you just
Yeah.
want attention. And you got the attention. You got attention for sure. And
You
now
got it.
you sitting back whining about it. So I don't know.
Mhm.
We tried to show Shorty some love, bringing him out to the joint, and he gonna wear Cowboys colors too. I ain't forget about that.
Yeah, like
I ain't
he
forget
just
about that.
he throws me off, bruh. Like,
Mhm. Three
No,
color suits.
I
it's-
I don't know, man. I really don't necessarily understand the comments in terms of what he was saying. Like if he would have just kept it basketball talk, that's
Yeah.
cool. But then making it about, you know what I'm saying, the race or you know what I'm saying, having your wife in the background who is
Yeah.
obviously, you know what I'm saying, Caucasian and whatnot, knowing the kind of look it's gonna have from the viewer. Regardless of your intentions, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna
Yeah.
yeah,
have the viewers looking. They don't necessarily know why she's there, and then she's kind of shaking her head, agreeing, blah blah blah. Kind of, it looks like she's almost forcing them to say this, I guess, right? That's kind of what Ryan Clark's whole approach was about it. Like, just keep it basketball.
Yeah.
If you don't think she's that good of a player, or you think she's that good of a player, regardless of your opinion on her off the court or whatever, I would have just kept it basketball. Me and my
Yeah.
opinion about it, I think the whole situation stemmed from Caitlin Clark and injuries. You know what I'm saying? I love my black queens, but Caitlin Clark is the face of that league. She's the reason why people are tuning into that
Yeah.
league. It's no negative shot at Angel Reese. Of course, hopefully she gets better, and it obviously becomes a big reason why more young ladies are into that league. But Caitlin Clark is the closest thing to an NBA player, so that's why she's the most
Yeah.
popular player. And I don't think it was no ill will behind that foul, right? It was a basketball foul. You're 6'3",
No.
she's like five, whatever. So she would have went up,
Yeah.
boom, boom. It's a basketball play. So I don't think it was no ill intentions
Mm. Well,
on Caitlin
yeah.
Clark's behalf, but
Yeah.
I do feel like Angel kinda may have had some type of type of like what is it? What's it called? Like type of
Reaction.
static. What she had. Let's keep it a buck.
Animosity.
She has some animosity towards Caitlin Clark. She may
Hmm.
slightly be a little bit jealous or envy her because the attention that Caitlin Clark is getting, that's what she wants. And
She wants.
I see a world where they both can have that. You
Yeah.
just have to improve as a basketball player. But as far as off the court, she's a wonderful young lady. I don't know her, but I'm just saying from what she looks, she's a wonderful young lady. Knows how to carry herself and you know what I'm saying, speak publicly. But as far as a basketball player, I mean, Caitlin Clark clears, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's
And if you look at the whole play, Angel pushes one of Caitlin's teammates in the back to get that set of rebound, so she could miss the layup. So
Mhm.
Caitlin then turns around and says, "Hold up, the refs first of all have blind eyes towards a flagrant foul. Let me just turn the ball over from Angel and see if that draws a foul, and that draws a foul, gets Angel in her face, and now it becomes white players, black players. Stephen A, as much as we all joke about Stephen A and whatnot, he kind of said the best. It's not about white versus black. It is a white player versus a black player in the middle of a basketball game. It is a basketball move made on a basketball player in a basketball game. If this was 2015 Blake Griffin on LeBron James, it wouldn't get this type of media coverage because we'd have been like, it's basketball. What you gonna do about it? But because it's being blown out of proportion, because it just so happens to be the WNBA, it just so happens RG3 and Ryan Clark can make this big deal about it. Now it's on First Take. Now it's on Get Up. Now it's on Sports Center. Now it's on whatever other politics show, Skip Bayless's show, and whatever Joy Taylor doing now. They're all talking about it.
I miss when Sports Take was just Sports Takes, man. This whole ESPN, all this, right from Shannon Sharp to Stephen A and LeBron, like Sports Take ain't the same no more. It's just politicking and drama, right? Like I just miss when you could just talk regular sports. I
Yeah,
will say about last thing about RG3. He ruining his bag, man. Like whatever his antics, how he's moving, whether he
yeah,
means it or not. But bro was just on ESPN as like a college game day guy, one of
yeah,
their lead guys and stuff like that. And then it just seems like he continues to do stuff to get put off these platforms, man. And, hey,
yeah. When RG3 was fired from ESPN, most of us were like, "What'd he do?" And I like a few weeks later, like, kind of understand.
mhm,
Yeah,
yep,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. Seems like it's a wrap for
Reedy
tonight's
looked
show.
quiet over there.
Yeah, I know.
He just
You all right? You good? You
Yeah, I mean,
something to get off your chest?
I mean, I don't really have that on my chest, but I just think I don't know how to say it, but I don't think like as purely the basketball situation between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, like that was just it was normal basketball. Like everybody said, it was a basketball move. It was a hard foul. Like I mean, I get what it is, but I will say that there does seem to be some animosity between them two.
yeah,
And Angel Reese does seem like I'm not gonna say she hates her or whatever, but there's a big disdain for Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's because of the attention or it's women, we're dealing with women. So a lot of stuff is about attention. They get mad about, every woman wants to be seen, you know what I'm saying? They want to be spotlight or whatever. I don't care how you look, how good you are. This is the third. Like Manzi had a talk the other day, and he was like, Angel Reese is bringing sexy back to the league, and she's the face. Da 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 da. Woo, woo, woo. But at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark, she's a fucking hooper. All right. Now I'm not saying she's the face of the league because I still think Aja Wilson is the face of the league. She's the fucking alpha in the league to me. But it does seem like there's some type of undertone. So like I can see, RG, he coming at it from he trying to get clicks or whatever. He trying to get his brand up. There, it definitely was like some bad product placement with the wife being in the background. This is that and the third on his hand. But I don't agree with
that term. I like that terminology, Bobby. Product placement.
Product placement. Like, yeah, that's definitely product placement.
Placement.
But I do think that Ryan Clark was wrong when you addressing somebody's wife because you don't address nobody's wife. Like that's a no-no. Like it's certain boundaries that you don't cross. And then when he said that he couldn't identify with black women, but we got to understand his mother's black, his sister's black. Like, so he can identify with black women just because he chooses to marry a white woman. Like, I'm not married to a white woman. I don't knock it if other people want to marry white women. That's what they want to do. If she's treating you better than the black woman, marry her ass. I don't care. Like, you know, it's always in the African American community. It's always a thing about black athletes who mess with white girls or Hispanic girls or whatever. If they're making them happy, let them rock. Like, why do we care? Why do we got to make that a thing? It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in if she treating you right, and that's who you want to be with her. Black, white, green, purple, orange, caramel, whatever color you are. That's just my take on it. But it do seem like there's some disdain. But I will say, Caitlin Clark ass is slick and she's sneaky. She do little slick shit though.
She do
to get under their skin and stuff like that. She do little underhanded little shit like when the ref ain't looking. So I can understand the reaction from Angel Reese.
Yeah, this reminds more of like a Michael Crabtree and a Aqib Talib than it does. Who said it? That it feels more like Larry and Magic than McPockleven, New Magic and Bird. This feels like more Aqib Talib and Michael Crabtree. Just
Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate.
Oh yeah, the zesty Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate.
Mike Evans and Lattimore.
Sherman and Crabtree.
Man,
like this just feels like that.
That's crazy.
You put a bum receiver like Crabtree on me.
You put a sorry ass receiver like Crabtree on me. And you see what happened.
Crabtree took 2 L's. You get your chain snatched, then you man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Josh Odell.
Trent is the G. Trent stole Sherman.
I mean, but like Trent 6'5", 340.
It don't matter. He really went over there. He really went over there and just like got the yapping. What?
Nah, Trent was mad. He was butthurt because we lost. That's what that was.
That's true.
I ain't gonna lie.
That shit. It ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Trent was just in his fucking feelings because we got our ass with our ass.
He stole him.
Josh Norman did walk up to Taylor Lamar said. And Josh Norman got up and was like, that was hilarious. I know we posed it. I know we supposed to get up out of here.
Enjoy your white girl, please.
White girl, please.
Go ahead. I'm dead.
Go ahead.
Look, I know we supposed to get up out of here, but I just saw it, so I gotta ask y'all this. Terrence Parsons, Michael Parsons' brother, he put out on Twitter and said, this is what I don't know who he was talking to, but then he was like this is what I tell you don't know ball. Mentioning Jaden Daniels after having a rookie season that wasn't really better than Dak as a 4th rounder tells me everything I need to know.
Wow.
So basically he's saying Dak Prescott's rookie year was up here and Jaden Daniels' rookie year wasn't even close.
Dak wasn't even supposed to play his rookie year. Jerry decided to kill Tony Romo on the field. Tony decided I'm gonna have another collarbone injury. Dak, take it over.
Terrence Parsons always saying something crazy on Twitter, man. I ain't gonna lie. He always got some crazy takes, man.
They say our quarterback looking ripped.
He gained a few pounds of muscle. He gained some weight.
Say my man looking ripped. I'm about to put.
He didn't even need to do that. That's cool, but bro, they can't even touch him. Everybody love to say, "Oh no, yeah, he definitely okay."
He put in some arm work. He be doing his curls.
Go ahead. He out here.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. That's actually impressive. I ain't gonna lie. He wasn't even expecting that. I don't know if they gave my man an extra small jump, so it was right. I don't know, but that low key,
one size too small.
Okay.
Yeah.
We see you, JD.
I mean, they can't catch him, so he really ain't need to, in my opinion, because you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, that's their first thing is, he need to gain some weight because he going to get hurt, bro. They can't even touch my man, bro.
The only one that needs a sandwich is Devonta Smith. That man needs a sandwich.
He ain't need a sandwich, bro. He be frying shit.
He be frying shit, but he a $150 soaking wet. He might need a sandwich.
The only person that need a sandwich is Forbes. He's the only one that's 150
for sure.
Oh,
in the
speaking of
flat.
Forbes, y'all,
Forbes
y'all
need a
talk about
buffet.
Forbes earlier?
Yeah, they
Forbes
just,
need a buffet.
yeah, they just said
They was
Forbes
glazing
is
Forbes
sweet.
earlier.
Glazing showed the workout and all that.
Look,
Glazing.
hold on. I'm about
Yeah,
to
pull that
pull it
up, Z.
Like Krispy Kreme?
They was
About to.
glazing that boy, over
Hold
glazed,
up.
double sided glaze.
They definitely was. I
Not
got it
the
right
double-sided glaze.
here. Got it
It's
right
worse than
here.
Krispy Kreme.
They say he coming for us.
For who? The fans?
Emmanuel Forbes looks more fluid and dangerous than he's ever been in his career. He's reportedly put on several pounds of muscle, and in his most dangerous shape he's been since he.
I mean, I've
became a
lost several
cornerback.
pounds. Put a number.
Currently listed as a third-string cornerback on the Rams depth chart after being a
Yep.
top 20 pick a few years ago. However, he's reportedly targeting to earn serious player time this season and climb back to significant relevance on the depth chart.
Give me a number.
Rams corner is
Is it
going to
a
make
picture?
look. Yeah, I'm about to show you
No, it's
the
a
Rams
video, too.
cornerback. Yeah, it's a video. The Rams cornerback is going to make the Commanders regret releasing him. That's why I was like, make
Stop
us
it.
regret. Stop it.
Stop it.
Let me see this.
Actually, I
Where
gotta
is he?
see this.
Hold on.
I was a little stuck. I thought this was a 13-year-old.
Look out of here.
I mean, where the
See.
muscle at, bro? He still look.
They say he putting on
He
weight.
look like he
Yeah,
gained a little weight. A
a little
weight,
bit.
maybe
He
like
does
10,
look.
maybe like
Yeah.
10 pounds. He might be like, I don't know, 170 now,
I was
175.
about to say they said
He was
they said
like a
put
buck
on.
35.
I was about to say they said several pounds. I've been losing several pounds this past month. Put a number to it. Put a number to it. If you put on 10 pounds, say 10 pounds.
That boy
Don't
need to
say
go give her Aaron
several.
Donald, man. He need to
Shit.
go give her Aaron Donald, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, this press coverage look. I mean, I can't. I don't know who these receivers are, but he
They
looked like
these definitely look like some young boys.
I said these some young men.
Yeah.
These some high schoolers, some middle.
Coach
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I mean that's a
Like-
grown ass man.
But that's Unc that
That's a
blew his
coach.
knee out 20 years ago, bro.
good. Reedy. Reedy
Yeah,
Blues.
now you know I would have went. You know I would have went to the league, man. But
Yeah.
I blew my knee out.
If it wasn't for this injury,
They say
I
he
was
wouldn't
all in
stop
the
a thing,
he wants me.
I say go get AJ Brown and then
Yeah.
come back and talk to me. See how he is. If he fares well against AJ Brown, then we
Put him with Puka and Devontae and Cam. See how bad he gonna get burnt to toast.
Bro say he won't stop a spin gun. Go ahead. If you know. Go ahead.
Hey, get him out of here.
Emmanuel Ford is
Yeah.
about to be a CFL standout.
They said swim with the school without walls.
I'm telling you.
man.
Yeah, but man, if you haven't already done so, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. We do this each and every Wednesday, about 8:45 to 9 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame. We are the Burgundy Breakdown. Reedy, Z, John, Juan, Gotti. Go sub us up, man. Like Reedy and Z, we're trying to get to 1,500 subscribers. We are almost there, knocking on the door. So please go subscribe to our channel. We are definitely trying to run this thing up this year. And also go subscribe to John from Ballin' and Burgundy Podcast. They do great things over there. Subscribe to his channel. And the fellas over there, Justin and Chris and Andrew, go sub them up. And then also Juan Gotti talking sports. You know what I'm saying? We already know who he is. Go sub him up. You know what I'm saying? The guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Juan Gotti, you know, one of the guys I started watching years ago. He been doing it since he was probably like 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's what he might be 19 now though. So you know.
My man said he started like 8th grade. Like, he's out here.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
But yeah, if we ain't got nothing else, we gonna sign out. That's Reedy. I'm Z. John and Juan.
John is always
the one.
Every
Juan just be waiting. John be like
every week.
John don't be.
I'm just like, what we doing
John
here?
be wanting to go for real. John still be wanting to stay on. But all
So what
right,
we doing
fellas,
here?
I'll see y'all next week, man. We out.
Peace
See y'all.
out.